Imagine waking up one day and realizing you can't leave your own neighborhood. Your movements are tracked, cars are restricted, and if you step outside a designated zone, well, you might just need a permit for that. Sounds insane, right? But what if I told you? Governments around the world and major cities including Paris, London, Portland, Melbourne, Copenhagen, and Bogota are already laying the foundation for something eerily similar. They call it the 15-minute city. The concept of the 15-minute city was first introduced by Carlos Moreno, a Colombian-French urban planner and professor at Panthéon-Sorbonne University in Paris. In 2016, Moreno officially presented this idea as a way to create more sustainable, human-centered cities, places where everything you need, work, groceries, healthcare, and entertainment, would be within a 15-minute walk or bike ride from your home. In theory, this would mean less time commuting, fewer cars on the road, and stronger local communities. A city designed for people, not traffic. But while Moreno's idea was introduced in 2016, it didn't gain real momentum until the COVID-19 pandemic. With lockdowns and movement restrictions forcing cities to rethink urban planning, governments saw an opportunity. They began pushing the 15-minute city as a solution, a way to reduce car dependency, ease traffic congestion, and create a more livable urban environment. So, how do you make a 15-minute city work? Simple, you divide it into zones. The idea is that every zone becomes self-sufficient, meaning you shouldn't have to travel far for your work or daily needs. Everything is a short walk or bike ride from your home. And if everything you need is right around you, why would you need to leave? That's the logic behind the system. The more self-contained each zone is, the less reason there is for people to travel between them. And to make sure the system functions properly, cities need to reduce unnecessary travel between these zones. Geofencing and smart technology. In Portland, Oregon, city officials have explored the idea of geofencing certain neighborhoods, restricting access to only residents or essential vehicles. Think of geofencing like invisible walls around a neighborhood or area. Using GPS and smart technology, cities can create digital boundaries. These boundaries could follow the city's roads, public spaces, or even be set up at specific points that define the limits of each zone. Now, here's the interesting part. If someone or a vehicle crosses that invisible line without permission, the system can alert the city or even apply a penalty, like a fine or restrictions on further access. To make sure everything runs smoothly, cities use automated enforcement. This means there are cameras and sensors tracking the movement of people, cars, and even cyclists entering or leaving the zones. All of this works by gathering data to ensure everyone is staying within their designated area. The goal is to make sure people follow the zone-only rules, and it helps city planners manage everything from traffic to security. So essentially, geofencing makes these zones work like a smart system, keeping everything in check automatically. While the idea of geofencing may sound like a smart way to manage these zones, there are growing concerns about the long-term consequences. Some worry that, over time, what started as a tool for convenience could evolve into something much stricter. For example, in some places around the world, geofencing has already been used for more intrusive purposes. In cities like Shanghai, China, strict geofencing has been used to control movement during lockdowns, with individuals being monitored for even the slightest deviation from their designated area. Those caught breaking the rules could face penalties ranging from fines to forced quarantine. Smart city technology and surveillance. Now, while geofencing focuses on controlling access to certain areas, there's another layer to this whole system: data collection and surveillance. As the 15-minute city concept evolves, cities are integrating advanced technologies to monitor and manage the flow of people and resources within these zones. One of the most common methods involves tracking and monitoring movement. Cities can collect data from a variety of sources: public transportation systems, mobile phones, and even surveillance cameras, to track individuals within specific zones. At first glance, this might be presented as a tool for better traffic management, optimizing public transport schedules, ensuring enough parking spaces, or even adjusting pedestrian routes based on foot traffic. But while this might sound efficient, it raises significant privacy concerns. The more surveillance systems in place, the greater the risk that personal movements are being monitored without explicit consent. What starts as a tool for urban efficiency could eventually turn into a system of constant surveillance. Take, for example, the use of public cameras in cities like London, where over 600,000 surveillance cameras are reportedly in operation. While their primary purpose is to deter crime and improve safety, critics argue that the constant monitoring infringes on personal privacy, turning public spaces into spaces of continuous observation. Some experts worry that this level of surveillance could lead to a world where even the most private moments could be tracked and recorded, without people ever realizing it. As part of the smart city movement, sensors and data analytics are being implemented to optimize various urban functions. These technologies can help ensure that resources, like parking spaces, are used efficiently or that public transportation routes are adjusted in real time based on foot traffic patterns. But there's a flip side. With all this data being collected, it becomes possible to track your every move, your habits, and even predict your future behavior. This increased reliance on surveillance technology is raising alarms about privacy and autonomy. The concern is that, in the name of convenience and efficiency, cities might be trading away personal freedoms, creating an environment where people's every action is logged, analyzed, and potentially used against them in the future. Critiques have raised questions about the fine line between enhancing urban living and compromising individual rights. So, is the 15-minute city really the future of urban living, or is it a step towards something far more controlled? The idea itself isn't new. Walkable, self-sufficient communities have existed for centuries. But when you mix in geofencing, surveillance, and data tracking, it's no surprise that people are asking questions. Does this lead to a more efficient, sustainable city, or does it create a system where movement and privacy are increasingly restricted? That's where the real debate begins. What do you think? Are 15-minute cities a practical solution, or do they raise too many concerns about freedom and privacy? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear different perspectives. And if there's a specific angle or topic you'd like to dive deeper into, drop a suggestion below. Also, Mid-20s Crisis is kicking off a challenge to post a new video every day, and this is just the first of many to come. So if you're into deep dives on topics that actually impact your life, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss what's next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.